This is a huge problem. Mayuri, Daru, and Kurisu should be in the lab just like usual. Well, the building's still there, the Raunchy workshop, and on the second floor there should technically be the Future Gadget Laboratory. Once I get there, Mayuri will greet me cheerfully, right? I climb the stairs to the second floor, praying that everything will be alright. I'm not so sure I'll give a nice reaction. And there, I realized that my prayers were for naught. The second floor is vacant. Oh dear. And of course, the time leap machine is nowhere to be found. Nor the phone wave TBA. Well, we're definitely up a creek.
May Queen はあるのか?
And yet May Queen in Maui culture has returned to Akihabara. Still in the days I wandered to the maid cafe in search of a familiar face. Feels like 10 years since I last saw that cat logo. I take a deep breath and open the door. What's going to happen now?
お帰りなさいませ、ご主人様。
Well, there's one site that hasn't changed, or rather it's come back, is the site of Faris and Mayuri together at May Queen NyanNyan.
Faris, Mayuri. よかった。
We should probably be cautious. I feel indescribable relief when I see the two girls standing there. They didn't disappear. They still work here, just as I remember.
ご主人様、違うよ。あのね、まゆしにゃんにゃんだよ。
There's that pole of doom again. Mayuri smiles at me and strikes a cat-like pose.
あなたはフェリスちゃんのデュエルパートナーだよね。
Dual partner? As in Rynet Access Battlers? Well, there's change number 2. Unfortunately now, we have a slight problem. Apparently the Rintaro Okabe of this particular divergence was an ally with Faris and Rynet Access Battlers. But we don't have his expertise, any knowledge of it whatsoever. She turns to Faris, but also something even more troubling. That other D-mail, the warping of the divergence threshold, has not only evaporated the Future Gadget Lab, but it seems to have affected the childhood relationship between Rintaro and Mayuri. Completely.
もしかしてフェリスちゃん、この人にマユシーの本名教えちゃったの?
Oh dear.
はにゃ、教えた記憶はないけどにゃ。
Yeah, this is the drawback of reading Steiner. Of course, it doesn't help that we're going to be conspicuous trying to piece together the events of this worldline's divergence.
でも、マユシーって名乗ってる時点で、なんとなく想像はつくにゃ。
It is a good theory. Psst, Rintaro, I suggest you run with that.
あ、そっか。
But to Rintaro, the fact that his childhood friend has absolutely no idea who he is the worst possible outcome. Next to her continuously dying, of course. is feeling. Something is very wrong. From our perspective, yes. Very much so. At least Faris somehow still knows who we are. Faris brings her mouth close to my ear.
来てくれてありがとにゃ。でもお客さんの前だから彼氏っぽい行動は慎んでほしいにゃ。
And apparently this is now happening. And a terrible thought has just come crashing down on the fact that if Mayuri doesn't know who we are and Tanuji doesn't know who we are, since the Future Gadget Lab doesn't exist, Daru doesn't know who we are. And he's probably going to bring the house down on us if he's still here. I think it's best to play dumb.
バカ、言っちゃダメにゃ。バイト終わったら思いっきり甘えてあげるから、それまで辛抱するのにゃ。
お前は何を言っているんだ。
Peace. Yeah, probably should have acted nonchalantly, as if nothing was wrong.
にゃにゃ。はあ、そういうことかにゃ。最初からちゃんと心得てたっていうことかにゃ。さすが京馬、話が早いにゃ。
You may not know what's going on at this point, Rintaro, but Faris is actually, Faris's persona has actually given you a way out. I suggest you run with it, as I've said. Just...
フェリスちゃん、お店でイチャイチャしちゃダメだよ。
I don't think trying to understand where we fit in time in this divergent time and space could ever possibly be called flirting.
にゃはは、何言ってるにゃ、まゆし。そんなことしてないにゃ。
She's actually telling the truth.
それよりマユリ、ダルとクリスを知らないか。
No. Probably not the best time to ask that question. You should have actually phrased it slightly more ambiguously to not raise her suspicions. Yeah, as I thought. Mayuri tilts her head with a confused expression.
ダル？クリス？誰かな？
They've never met in this divergence. The coldness in the pit of my stomach returns. There's something odd about how Faris and Mayuri are acting. Does this mean that my relationship with them has changed as well? I would say yes. We should leave.
ラブ？
Yeah, the future... Hate to say it, but the Future Gadget Lab doesn't exist.
ラブホ？
And Faris has just made it even worse. You definitely said it, Rintaro. Faris grabs me by the ear. Said, laboratory.
京馬、一体どういうことにゃ。もしかしてマユシーとラブホに行く約束でもしてるのかにゃ。未成年にそんないかがわしいことしようなんて、京馬ってずいぶん変態だったのにゃ。
I'm going to chalk this up to your NyanNyanian way of thinking.
ラブホじゃない、ラボだ。勘違いするな、バカ者。
ラボって何や。
We should probably leave before we make a huge scene,
ラボ
which
は
we
つま
probably
り
already had.
未来ガジェット研究所といって。なあマユリ、 知ってるだろ。未来ガジェット研究所だ。
I don't think she does, Rintaro.
マユシーはわからないのです。ごめんね。
Feel free to go outside and weep in a corner, Rintaro. She doesn't remember. It can't be.
そもそもさっきからなんでそんなにマユシーばっかに話しかけてるのにゃ。彼女がいる目の前でナンパしてるのかにゃ。
We should probably quit while the quitting's good. Girlfriend, Faris, whose?
そういうことするご主人様にはお帰り願ってるにゃ。どうするにゃ。
Well then, as the insane mad scientist Hurries would say, so be it. We shall take our leave.
ああ、すまない。
I apologize and ask to be seated. And inside I find Daru sitting at a table for two. He probably doesn't know us. We should probably not sit with him. He's fidgeting for some reason. Why is he staring at me like that?
ダル、ここにいたのか。
He probably doesn't know who we are. I sit in front of Daru and let out a sigh of relief. Probably not the best choice to talk to him now. I drank my water in one gulp. I was really thirsty. Daru doesn't try to hide his displeasure.
君さ、フェイリスタンのなんなん？
何？
どっかで見たことある顔なんだよな。どこだっけ？まあそんなことどうでもよくて、とにかく君ってフェイリスタンになれなれしくね？調子に乗ってね。リア充か？リア充なんか？
I think we can take from his response that Daru has no idea who you are, Rintaro.
おいダル、一体何を。
Yeah. Considering yeah, he's probably going to be suspicious of the fact that you know his name in this worldline. Given how Mayuri and Faris are acting, it's entirely possible that my relationship with Daru has changed too. I think the words are no crud. Better make sure.
俺とお前は初対面か。
当たり前じゃん。君この店来るの初めてっしょ。常連の僕はいつも他の客の顔もチェックしてるんで。
Yeah, we probably should have left while the leaving was good.
いや、
But we don't have that
結構
choice.
来る方だと思うが。
So what
この
happened?
味は嘘をついている味だぜ。
舐めてもいないくせになぜわかる。
You don't want him to answer
つう
that.
か質問に答えろよ。君フェイリスタンのなんなん？
I think it's a good time to exit stage
俺は
right.
もっと具体的に聞くべき？じゃあ質問その1。名を名乗りたまえよ。
I think it would be digging our own grave if we introduce ourselves as Horin Kyoma. Why do I have to be cross-examined by Daru? Who knows? It's unpleasant, but I also don't want to anger him anymore, so I'll answer honestly. The question is which name to use.
法院京馬。
マジで？
Oh God. Maybe that was not the right choice. We shouldn't have introduced ourselves as Ho and Kiyoma. His attitude changes completely at this. He grabs my hand, suddenly happy to see me.
ああ、そっかそっか、そうだそうっすよ。確かにどっかで見たことあると思った。
Yeah, about that. Recall the fact that Mayuri referred to Rintaro as Faris's duel partner. And remember the fact that Daru is a regular of May Queen and also sees Faris's Rynet tournaments. Apparently Daru knows this as well. And the most excruciating problem is that at this moment in time, Rintaro has absolutely no idea how to play Rynet Access Battlers. This is humiliatingly wrong on so many levels.
フェリスタンのデュエルパートナーのホーイン氏だ。いや、うっかりしてた。
We shouldn't milk
あえ
this
て
for
光
all
栄
it's
です。
worth.
僕、フェリスタンとホーイン氏のファンなんですよ。この前の準決勝も見てました。
Yeah, a semi-final that we have absolutely no memory of. He shakes my hand forcefully. His hand is all sweaty.
おい、ダル？
ダル？なんで僕のあだ名知ってるんですか？
Yeah. We have no way of explaining this. The pieces are starting to fall into place. The lab is gone. Mayuri and Daru don't know me. We haven't met. And Kurisu is probably in America. We're not friends. We're nothing.
そうか。
In other words, all the time we spent together is gone. Every moment and every memory. In short, we have made the ultimate sacrifice. Is this the price I have to pay? Is it my destiny to live in a world where even my best friends don't know me?
いやー、明日はいよいよ決勝戦ですよね。バイラルアタッカーズなんかボコボコにしちゃってくださいよ。
I just remembered who those guys are, and I'm not looking forward to this.
決勝戦？
We're doomed, basically. Am I participating as Faris's partner? We're gonna have to do something about that. But I thought the finals finished yesterday. So on this world line it's tomorrow. I'll ask Faris later. For some reason it looks like I'm her partner and her boyfriend. We desperately need to brush up on the rules and strategies of Rynet Access Battlers. But I can deal with that later. Right now, there's one more thing I need to know.
なあ、お前はマキセ・クリスって知っているか？
ああ、そうそう。確か論文がすごい学術誌に載ったとかいう天才少女でしたっけ？
Seems to be the only thing that hasn't changed.
会ったことは？
前に ATF で講義をしたんですよ。それは聞きに行きました。かなり可愛かったですよ。
So that lecture that you gave at the Akihabara Tech Forum did happen.
で、その人が何か？
We should probably stop this line of questioning.
いや、別に。
It was obvious. If the lab doesn't exist, then how could I have met Kurisu? I go limp in my chair. What about the bet I made? The bet to save Mayuri, Did I win or lose? I should know by tonight. If things go as scheduled, Mayuri will die. Was it right to change the world line? And is Faris' father still alive? If we save both of them, then I can accept the loss of my friends as the price, such as it is. I have no other choice, seeing as how the phone wave and the time loop machine don't exist.
Papa?
I said it before. I said it again. There's that pole of doom. Why must you hang over me like the sword of Damocles, pole of doom? Faris stops drinking her ice milk tea and looks at me with furrowed eyebrows.
パパは今日もお仕事に行ったにゃ。それがどうしたんだにゃ？
Okay, so he's alive. So the pole of doom has slowly eased off, but that pole of doom is still there.
お前のパパは生きているんだな。
Ooh. So let's...
失礼だにゃ。パパを勝手に殺さないでほしいにゃ。
Yeah, almost let that cat out of the bag, didn't we?
今日の今日のはなんだか変にゃ。どうしたのかにゃ。
Yeah, that's because we are not technically the Rintaro Okabe that you've known up until this point in this world line.
いや、
Though we have no way of explaining that to her. I see. Faris' dad is still alive. Thank goodness. Now all that remains is to learn Mayuri's fate. Will she die, or will she live? The answer will determine if all of this has been worth it.
で、俺とお前は恋人同士というのは間違いないのか？
Is... Tact has never been your strong suit, Rintaro Okabe. Ever. Faris' face freezes. This has gone from worst to worst. Her lips start to tremble.
もしかして今日のフェイリスとのことは遊びだったのかにゃ。
We could make a very good case for amnesia and have her fill in the blanks, and then play along.
ひどいにゃ。純情な17歳の乙女をたぶらかすなんて。
We're going to get lynched by Daru at this
No.
point. I see that Faris is as melodramatic as ever, but for a different reason, because the girl we see before us right now is not Faris NyanNyan. In this one moment, she is Rumi Harakia. Smiling wryly, I slump down on my chair and look up at the sky. I feel an emptiness filling my heart. So that's how it is. The world line has changed, and the only one out of place is me. I feel so alone. My friends don't know me anymore. Mayuri isn't even my childhood friend.
どこにも行かせないぞ。
And if that has changed, then what becomes of Horin Kiyoma?
それでなんて行かせない。
If the events that led to his existence never took place? That didn't happen in this timeline. Mayuri is no longer my hostage. I was willing to do anything to save her. Even sacrifice the time Suza spent with us. And yet... No, think positive. Now that Mayuri's a stranger, there's no reason for her to die. Just think of it this way. I sacrificed our memories in order to save Mayuri. That does a little to alleviate the sadness, however.
今日な、何中二病なオーラを出してるにゃん。今は二人の大事な話をしてるのにゃ。
What is this? Faris? Faris NyanNyan? Accusing Hoin Kiyoma of being a Chenibiu? The wonders never cease.
なあフェイリス、今の俺は記憶喪失みたいなものだ。
It's not a lie. Not really. I have no memories of this worldline.
さすが世界を股にかけるマッドサイエンティストにゃ。機関に狙われて頭に大怪我を負ってついに記憶を失ってしまったわけにゃ。
It seems that Faris knows of the mania of Hoin Kiyoma, surprisingly. And yet, for some reason, she doesn't seem to be as enthused into it as she normally is.
実は京馬は盗まれた核兵器の居場所を知ってるから、機関はその記憶を取り戻させようと必死なわけにゃ。
Then again,
京馬
Faris frowns and then leans forward and stares straight into my eyes. Is she trying to use her power, Cheshire break was it, to see into my mind? Well, she can certainly read people like books. So even she might be able to finally see that something is wrong.
そんな京馬
In other words, she realizes that we have absolutely no recollection of the events that we were supposed to have in this time and place. Faris quickly turns pale.
本当に
あ
だから今日の京馬は変だったのにゃ。
From your perspective, most certainly.
大変にゃ。いつから何が原因で？
世界線を移動してきたせいと言ってもわからないだろうな。
Because in this one, the phone wave doesn't exist.
俺はいわば時空の漂流者なんだ。
ふざけてる場合じゃないにゃ。今はシリアスなシーンなのにゃ。心配してるんだから真面目に答えるのにゃ。
Hate to disappoint you, Rumi Ho, but we are being serious.
俺は一言も嘘は言っていない。お前ならわかるだろう。
そうにゃけど。
なあ、詳しく聞かせてくれ。俺とお前の関係については特に詳しく。
Who is Rintaro Okabe to Rumio Akiha? I wonder.
本当に覚えてないのかにゃ。
Faris is moved to tears. Then she firmly clasps my hand.
フェイリスと京馬はライネットの大会で知り合ったにゃ。秋葉の小さなショップでやっていた大会だったけど、死闘を繰り広げて心を通じ合わせたのにゃ。
Was it truly a life or death struggle, or did Rintaro Okabe surrender as he did in the other world lines? I played Rainet.
そこで意気投合してフェイリスと京馬がコンビを組むことになったのにゃ。
And apparently that happened.
フェイリスたちの息はぴったりで、グラちゃんでもほとんど負けずに決勝まで勝ち進んだのにゃ。
That's fantastic, and unfortunately we do not have the skills of the Rintaro Okabe that now no longer exists. Yay. Then Faris starts fidgeting. She blushes a little and looks at me sidelong.
それで一緒に戦っていくうちにフェイリスは京馬のことをもっと知りたいって思っていつも目で追うようになってて
It seems the great divide between Faris NyanNyan and Rumi Harakiha is starting to deepen.
そうにゃフェイリスは京馬のこと好きになってたのにゃこのままずっとライネットだけじゃなくてプライベートでもパートナーとして一緒にいてほしいって思うようになってたのにゃ
And it seems that as a result, Faris NyanNyan has to juggle two identities. Her public persona of Faris NyanNyan and her personal life as Rumi Harakiha.
だからこの前の準決勝に勝った後思い切って告白したのにゃそしたら京馬も好きだって言ってくれてフェイリスたちは甘いキスを交わして晴れて恋人になったのにゃ
So glad Oru is not here right now. Does that make me a normal? I would certainly say yes by the definition. Don't ask me that question.
ちなみにフェイリスと京馬は同棲中にゃ
Well, that fills another puzzle-shaped hole. Since the laboratory on the second floor of Tanuji's building no longer exists, it seems that Rintaro lives with Faris in the penthouse suite in her apartment.
何
Probably the only silver lining out of this whole entire mess. I'm just as surprised as you are. You really are a filthy normal, current worldline me. Faris answers with a wry smile.
と言ってもライネットのパートナーとして夏休み中は合宿みたいな感じで京馬をフェイリスの家に泊めてあげてるだけなのにゃ
Oh, so that's all it is.
だからそのエッチなこととかはしてないのにゃって何言わせるのにゃ
I don't think we said a word, Faris. She flails her arms and legs. Oh, if it's at Faris's place, with her parents and the butler there, of course nothing would happen.
京馬今の話で何か思い出したかにゃ
If you ask us to tell you things that we should remember, that's going to be a bit of a problem. I shake my head. It's fundamentally impossible for me to remember the events of this world line. I didn't forget those memories because I never had them in the first
フェイリス
place.
頼みがある
Yeah, so about this Rynet Grand Championship.
何かにゃ京馬が記憶を取り戻すためなら何でも聞くにゃ
Fortunately, we're the only one who never remembers aspects of our alternate worldline selves.
いや記憶のこととは違うんだが前入りのことだ
マユシそういえばさっきもお店でやたらと声をかけてたにゃ
That's one way of putting it.
あいつはもしかすると今日の夜午後8時ぐらいに何らかの形で死ぬかもしれない
Going for the direct approach, I see. Once again, roll of the dice.
だから あいつを見ていてくれないか。
If she doesn't die on the 14th,
死ぬってどういう。今度こそ冗談にゃ。
this is no joke. Your Cheshire break move can see that it's the truth. I gaze straight into Faris's eyes.
嘘はついていない。
And Faris knows all too well.
死ぬか死なないか、可能性は五分だ。
If she doesn't die, then we can blow this whole thing over. But if she does, then all of this will have been in vain.
お前は何もしなくていい。見ているだけでいい。結果を俺に報告してほしい。頼めるか。
何が何だかさっぱりなのにゃ。でも
Faris clasps my hand again. Tightly, very tightly. I can feel her warmth emanating through her palms.
フェイリスはキョーマのこと好きだから、大好きだから。
We can tell.
信じるにゃ、キョーマのこと。
ありがとう。
After all, even if she doesn't remember it, Mayuri Shino is still the hostage of Horin Kiyoma. Faris is the only one I can rely on now. I keep staring at the clock on the wall. I was told to wait at Faris's place, so I've been here for 2 hours. I haven't heard from her since she told me she was going to karaoke with Mayuri. I know some people pronounce it as karaoke. I pronounce it either way. Karaoke. Karaoke. Several hours have passed since Mayuri's scheduled time of death. Faris hasn't contacted me yet, which I guess means nothing's happened. I wish I could know for sure. If Mayuri were to die now, it would mean that I've failed utterly. I have no way to return to my original worldline without the aid of the other lab members. I have no way to change the past again. The lab doesn't exist, and neither does the phone wave TBA. In other words, we're stuck here. I can't even send a D-mail, to say nothing of leaping through time.
おや、岡部君。
Faris's parents make an appearance. They smile when they see me. This is not going to go well. Come to think of it, this is the first time I've met Faris's mother. She seems like an elegant lady.
ルミホはバイトかな？
あ、いえ。友人と遊びに行っているとか。
Faris's dad is alive. I learned that fact from Faris earlier, but it's really good to see him in the flesh. At the very least, I didn't have to kill this man.
そうか。高校生なのにこんな時間まで遊び歩いているとはいかんな。
Yeah, we should probably straighten things out.
岡部君からも注意しておいてくれないか。
わかりました。
いつも娘が世話を焼かせてすまないね。これからも娘のことをよろしく頼むよ。
Troublesome for most.
私はね、君のことを買っているんだ。
ありがとうございます。
Not sure how to respond to that. Rintaro does. I can't believe I've done anything to warrant that sort of praise.
悪いんだが、私と家内はこれから仕事で海外に飛ばなくてはいけなくてね。
Fly overseas for a business trip at this hour?
執事の黒木は残っているから何かあったら彼に。では行ってくるよ。
お気をつけて。
When once the parents leave, I drop onto the sofa relieved. He was a really nice guy. I'm glad I was able to save his life, if nothing else.
ただいまにゃー。
Faris returns right after her parents leave.
楽しかった。
フェイリス、どうして連絡をくれなかったんだ。マユリはどうなった？
There's concern in my voice, though I can tell from her expression that everything is okay. I won the bet.
マユシーは死んだりしなかったにゃ。2時間ぐらい2人でアニソンを歌いまくって、わざわざ池袋までフェイリスは送っていったのにゃ。まるでマユシーをエスコートする紳士みたいだったにゃ。そんなフェイリスにマユシーは感激しまくりでユリフラグ立ちそうな勢いだったにゃ。にゃはは。
そうか。
And yet you just missed your parents leaving. Mayuri is still alive. So is Faris' dad. I've lost much, but as long as they're safe, I can accept my fate. I don't know what will happen to Suzaha's dream for the future, but there's nothing I can do about that now. Everything is fine. This worldline is my home now. I'm going to make a life here. I no longer have the lab or my friends, but I do have Faris, so I'm not alone. I'm relieved to finally have achieved my goals, that my body's fatigue catches up to me all at once. I slide down on the sofa and close my eyes.
今日も寝ちゃうのかにゃ。
ああ、少し休ませてくれ。少しだ
For a moment. I have plenty of time to think about the future. After all, I have nothing left to fear.
さて、次のターンどうするかにゃ。
And it seems like we're playing a game of Rynet Access Battlers. Hate to disappoint you, but we're going to be very terrible at this.
ちょっと早いが、ターミナルカードを使って形勢逆転すべきか。いや、だがそれこそが罠のような気も。
Although maybe Faris has taught Rintaro a few tricks here and
どう
there.
するかは今日の次第にゃ。
待て、ちょっと待て。この程度の危機、俺の灰色の脳細胞にかかれば。
But then again, Faris can see right through you. But no matter how hard I try, I simply can't visualize Faris' piece placement. I'm still a noob at this game. I barely know the rules. Probably should have been a good idea to brush up beforehand. Finals are tomorrow, well, today actually, since it's past midnight. There is no way I can defeat the viral attackers like this. But since I'm Faris' partner, I have no choice but to participate. That's why we've been training all night.
よし、せっかくだから俺はこのウイルスチェッカーを選ぶぜ。
そうきたのか。
Cautious choice.
でもフェイリスは二重三重の策を打ってあるにゃ。
なんだと？
これで京間側のサーバーは丸裸にゃ。ターミナルカードを使ってじわじわ攻め落としていくにゃ。
This game is only about 10% luck. The rest depends entirely on the Rhinetta's strategy and abilities, of which we have none. And Faris has the power to read people's minds, or emotions at least, so it's easy for her to see through my plays. Her power is truly overwhelming. Shame that reading Steiner can't help us out in this mess. She tears apart my carefully thought out plan, defeating me easily.
また負けた。これで19戦19敗とはマッドサイエンティストの名折れだ。
By the way, Our alternate self. How exactly? We don't know how we actually did. I was able to learn the rules with these 19 matches, but I'm still nowhere near tournament level as a player. Was I really on the same caliber as Faris on this world line? Yeah. To say that this is a work in progress... Yeah, our skills have diminished completely to non-existent levels. I suddenly see a frown upon Faris's face.
今日な、ライネットの戦い方、本当に忘れちゃったんだにゃ。今まで今
Unfortunately,
日なら
yes.
記憶喪失だにゃんってあんまり実感が湧かなかったんだけど、
Well, now you know.
ここまで下手っぴになってるにゃんって。
Well, excuse me.
今日のはフェイリスのこともほとんど忘れちゃったのかにゃ。
I'm not entirely sure how to answer
まあ
that.
ほとんどといえばほとんどだな。少なくとも恋人になった記憶は全くない。
にゃ
And unfortunately, we've made Faris cry. That is... Faris grows more and more downhearted. Now she's on the verge of tears.
じゃあ今の今日のはフェイリスのことなんてちっとも好きでいてくれてないわけにゃ。
I don't believe he phrased it like that.
こうなったら
Faris suddenly stands up with both fists clenched.
体で思い出させてあげるにゃ。
Hold on. Faris approaches with bloodshot eyes, her fingers wiggling lasciviously. This is,
お前まさか俺を襲う気か。
それもありにゃ。初めてだから優しくしてほしいにゃ。
落ち着け。初めてならば体は思い出しようがないだろうが。
今日なにゃ
Suddenly, Faris gets on all fours. This is... She raises her back a little, exactly like a cat ready to pounce. She probably has claws as sharp as a cat's.
パパもママもお仕事で海外に行っちゃったにゃ。黒木ももう帰っちゃったにゃ。
Which means we're all alone with Faris. Oh dear word, we're all alone with Faris.
つまりこの広い家に今はフェイリスと京馬の二人きりなのにゃ。
She approaches slowly.
どうするにゃ。記憶がなくても生前食わぬは男の恥にゃ。
お前が言うな猫娘。
I don't know what I should do in a situation like this. I can't think clearly.
京馬にゃーにゃー、京馬京馬京馬。
Finally, Faris blasts off. If I dodge, Faris is sure to fall flat on her face. That's how fast she's going. So to prevent that, I catch her in my arms. Yeah, just totally going to ignore that. It's all you can do. Suddenly, Faris falls silent. Was it all an act?
フェイリス。
When I look down, she's pressing her face against my chest, muffling her sobs.
思い出が消えるのってとっても切ないのにゃ。
Seems like she's very upset. But there's nothing we can do in this
自
situation.
分の知ってる人が知ってる人じゃなくなっちゃって。
I have no words.
自分だけが思い出が消える前のことを引きずってて。
The drawback of reading Steiner.
その思い出を押し付けることもできなくて。
Sadly not. Because for us, those memories never
こん
existed.
な中途半端に覚えてるなら、いっそきれいさっぱりフェイリスの思い出も消してもらいたいくらいにゃ。
Seems we've made things much worse. Faris's words hit me like a blow. I feel exactly the same way. The Faris I knew is gone forever. So are Mayuri, Daru and Kurisu. This worldline closely resembles mine. Nothing is missing, but everything has changed. My memories seem real, and I know that they are. But with no one else to share them, they might as well be a dream. I'm all alone in this world. Alienated, isolated. My friends will never remember me. The events in my memories never happened.
だがそれは
I gently embraced Faris's small head.
俺自身が選んだことだから。
選んだ。
はあ
Indeed, the choice of Rintaro Okabe. The path I chose so that neither Mayuri nor Faris's dad would die. I won the bet, so in turn, I have to live with this loneliness, this isolation. Nothing is free. Everything has a price. I sacrificed Suzuha's memories to save Mayuri. That's what Suzuha wanted. It's only fair that I give up something myself. Equivalent exchange. So I'm okay with this. Because objectively speaking, I reached my goal. I'm okay.
それに正直なことを言えば俺はフェイリスがいてくれてよかったと思ってる。
Mayuri and Daru were strangers now. Kurisu has probably returned to America. Without Faris, without her affection, I don't know what I would have done.
俺はお前の恋人になった思い出はないがお前が恋人でいてくれてよかったと思う。
今日も
Faris lifts her face.
この世界線で変わらず俺を知ってくれているのはフェイリスだけだった。フェイリスが一緒にいてくれたからなんとか冷静でいられた。これからも一緒にいてくれると嬉しい。
Never mind the fact that we have a Rhinet Grand Championship to win.
記憶はきっと取り戻せないがこれからもう一度フェイリスのことを好きになっていきたい。
今日もフェイリスの猫耳外してほしいにゃ。
Cat ears. Oh, I see. Back to Rumio mode. I gently take the cat-eared headband off of Faris's head. Her long hair falls down and dangles onto my face. I comb through her hair with my fingers, and Faris's eyes smile as if soothed by my touch. She really is like a cat.
ねえ、ルミホって呼んで。
This is the second time she's asked me that. I was too self-conscious to say it the first time, but now,
ルミホ
ignoring my inner shyness, I say her name. Their faces draw close.
キスしてくれる？
With difficulty we exchange a kiss, like hummingbirds picking at nectar. Then Faris slowly smiles. Her smile, her lingering tears, her everything is awfully cute.
あなたはね、私の王子様なんだよ。
I thought we were an insane mad scientist. But that's the second time she's told me that as well. I endure the tingling of my body.
これからも私はあなたを好きでいていいんだよね。
あ
よかった。
I can no longer return to my original worldline. I don't intend to either, because I saved both Mayuri and Faris' dad. I'll keep on living in this worldline, and Faris will be by my side.
ご来場の皆様お待たせいたしました。まもなくライネットアクセスバトラーズグランドチャンピオンの座を決める決勝戦を開始します。
And it is the next day. The next day of the day of the Grand Championship of Rynet Access Battlers. We've been through this before, but this time it looks like we will be joining Future NyanNyan on the front line. I hear cheers. The finals are about to begin. Of course, opponents are the rival attackers, and their nefarious leader, 4 degrees Celsius, otherwise known as Shido, I think.